Welcome to Stream Live at Colours.
City of Liverpool online radio station.
We're streaming live at the community and we're here today at Rotunda College.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Billy.
And today we're here at the Rotunda event and eventually it's raining.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was just.
Yeah, you were. Oh, that
You were there. What did you say before?
Okay.
What time was you saying?
What time was we in? Well, you know, I got up at 8:30 this morning. So didn't start with that.
That's right.
I used to at 10 o'clock, yeah? It's 12 o'clock.
Better late than never.
Anyways, what we're doing today is basically interviewing a lot of people at this garden event at Rotunda College and getting to know a bit more about the place and the community itself.
Welcome to Stream Live at Colours. Today we are going to be. Okay, well, my name's Alicia.
My name is Ethan.
And I'm Billy.
And today we are going to be interviewing the lovely Phil Cashins. Phil, do you mind telling us a bit about the event, please?
Today's community engagement event. It's about like raising awareness of what we do in the building and stuff. Hence, like we have like little bouncy castles and stuff outside. But it's a lot about promotion for the John Malone Garden. We got a lot of sponsorship for the garden, and it's. That garden at one stage used to just be an old nursery. It was like a brick building with a concrete playground in there, and now all that's gone. You can get pictures of it, like, you know, and just if you Google it like a couple of years back, it's just a ugly building, and now it's a gorgeous garden. Like, it's amazing the way it's come along with.
No, how long has this been here for? The Rotunda's been 20.
The Rotunda as an organisation, really, I should know, but I don't know. It's 20 odd years.
Yeah, it's 20. Like, I haven't really heard about it. So can you tell me like the background and history then?
It was, it's, as you can see, like it's Georgian terrace, so it did originally belong to the Archdiocese, and this section here was the priest's house, apparently.
Well,
so, and apparently we've got ghosts and stuff next door.
I can't do it.
We have psychic, and we have people staying over psychic nights and everything, like ghosts, but who sit around with like
the whole the brain.
Yeah, so it started about 20 years ago, 20 odd years ago, and it was started by 3 women. I think it was Libby Mackay, who's been famous throughout Liverpool, North Liverpool, delivering education for decades. Her friend Kitty Sullivan and Brenda Wheatley, I think, because Brenda Wheatley was big on art and stuff, and what they wanted to do was include people who usually wouldn't be involved in education. So it was like kind of get people who not used to like mainstream education as well. So we got people in artistically rather than come in and said like come and do some really hard like maths tests or English or something like that. We made like an artistic approach, which we kind of maintain up till today.
Well, me and Alicia visited the Folly today. Could you explain a bit more about it, please?
I don't know why it's called a Folly. I don't know why. It's called a Folly because it's a kind of like fanciful idea, really. Like it's like a vertical garden if you look at it. When you look at it, it's like an iceberg. Like there's as much of it underground as there is above ground. The whole is like a crater. Like it's a huge thing. Like so, they've built this thing. This Folly. It's like as I said, like a vertical garden. It's got decking inside, and it's cool. Like on summer nights, we had Shakespeare plays and stuff like that on summer nights. It's posh.
Yeah. What I've heard is under threat. Am I right?
Yeah, because of housing. They just constantly want to. I'm 50 this year, and since I've been around, this is the 4th version of what round here looks like. They keep changing it. They keep knocking schools down, churches down. This at one point was a social. There was a church that side, and then there was a social club there, which was like a social club, but it was only used by the people like who went to the church and stuff. And then they had these really terrible flats around there, like kind of like little hidden entrances and stuff like that, little cheap looking flats. Like. So they were there for years, and we eventually got rid of them. And it was always scruffy around here. It was always like a dirty area. But since all that's gone, it's green, and you can see that like the area is being kept maintained. Everyone around the area seems to like have picked the game up as well. If you can go upstairs and look all around, and you don't see any litter around here anymore.
Really?
In the 70s, it used to like litter like whirlwinds everywhere.
Did you say you're 50?
Yeah.
Come on, wait, look over 50.
I need to have what you're having. Let me jump in. So, like, what's being done? Like, how are you fighting against, this whole Rotunda being taken out?
Well, it's this will never. This goes from strength to strength. This building, this place we want to protect. I mean, at one time they had an advertising hoarding there, and you couldn't even see that. And we campaigned to get rid of that. It's quite complicated who owns the land, so we have to kind of go about it in different stages. When I say we, it's not me.
It's not anybody.
What sort of courses do you want here then, Philip?
All kinds. We kind of move more into not formal but more mainstream kind of like courses, because we've been dealing with a lot of young people who've been like excluded from school or don't go to school one way or the other.
So it's like maths and English as well as the arts.
Just get your basic stuff up like that, but it was always centred around art and like sort of holistic therapies and stuff, So we've had everything in here. I've done some strange courses in here. I did a course on parapsychology once, like the study of ghosts.
Right.
Yeah, we've done. You can do everything from crocheting to belly dancing was huge in here. Belly dancing was huge in here, and I used to teach music and stuff in here. My son will teach drums in here, stuff like that.
Do you think it's helped you out like a lot?
Me, personally, yeah. I was like, I was unemployed at the time. I've been here over 10 years doing different courses and stuff like that. Well, after a couple of years of coming here, I got kind of on the board of trustees. And I got voted like chairman of the board of trustees. Which was a bit weird because it was always like kind of like posh people who had that kind of job. Yeah, so then I ended up being voted chair, and since we've established like a direction and we've had the team put in place, it's just been brilliant. This goes from strength to strength all the time, and we will diversify, I would imagine. And there's other people asking for our blueprints of what we're doing.
Can I ask, do you know if you want to take part in a course, do you have to be specifically from this area, or can you be from other areas to take?
I wouldn't imagine so. I think like it's
no requirement.
People coming from area. Yeah.
I might do that belly dancing course.
Yeah.
Aidan, can you
That's why I stay so slim.
What do you think is the most like best thing that was done this for you as a people?
Creates positivity and gives you options and places to go there and advice and stuff, really. Because like you can come here and without knowing anything, and like I came here for a computer course because I don't know nothing about computers. Like I started in the library, and that was like too slow for me, so I thought that was cool, and I'll go and got a computer course. Couldn't knock that really. And then I just started, like, you kind of get linked into different things. Like, you learn one thing, it makes you want to learn something else. Like, and like, since I've been here, I've got like, I've been to Hungary on an exchange trip. That was amazing. That was like a holiday.
You also travel as well. That's a bonus, man.
Yeah. And I've got a teaching certificate as well.
Wow, that's so good. So do you think, like, without this, you wouldn't really like get where you would right now?
It was like, when I went to school, it was like, this sounds terrible. I left school in 1983. So I left school in 1983, and my teachers were all like these Christian brothers, like really strict Christians. We used to wear like these look like priests, big long gowns, and corporal punishment was big then. You used to get like a cane and stuff all the time off these people, like, you know what I mean? And the idea of engagement just wasn't on their agenda. Like, they didn't know how to engage people. They just go, do this, and expect you to learn that way. And I couldn't learn like that. People need to. They have one teaching style, all of the teachers, they only have one teaching style. And
I don't agree with that, mate.
if you can learn like that, it's cool. Like, but only a third of people roughly would be able to learn in that kind of way, wouldn't it? Like this.
So, Philip, we took a lot of visits to the garden before, and I must say it was absolutely gorgeous, stunning. So can you tell us a little bit more about it, please?
I don't know anything about garden, but it certainly looks amazing, like, definitely. It's the furniture. It's weird having something that's so nice around in an area like this that nobody's actually gone and tried to do any damage. Well, they did initially, like, you know what I mean, but like people seem to appreciate it for what it is. And as we said, it's sponsored by Joe Malone. And the price of plants and trees is like ridiculous. But I mean, everything in there is like the best quality of types of plants and trees and whatever there. And also we've got Terry who works in here who's a gardener, and we grow our own veg and stuff like that. I know that they get used in the coffee sometimes, like, you know, like courgettes and carrots and stuff on the garden, because they got like raised beds. And I'm really struggling to talk about it.
It's been lovely speaking to the lovely Philip Cashion. Thank you very much for your time and thank you for the information. Don't forget to follow us on Rotunda, Kirkdale.
Yeah, there's plenty more coming up, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned for Stream Live at Colours.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. And here's Andy, he's the designer of the community garden. This should be really cool.
Right, what's going on? Welcome back, and we are still in the Rotunda. The weather is bad, but don't worry about it because the spirits are high. I'm with you today. I have Andy and my co-host
Alicia,
the main girl on the block. So Andy, can you tell us who you are and what you've done?
Right, I'm Andy Thompson. I'm a landscape architect. I sort of trained at Union stuff to be a landscape. I now have a company in Liverpool, Belgium, just down the road. And things like, we work all over the country, but something like this is a really important local community projects where volunteers sort of extra time, sort of, and the whole people in practice come out and help people. It's really important for us that there's stuff like this going on.
Let's begin the interview.
Let's do it.
okay. So Andy, what ideas did you come up with building?
Well, when we started, because there was nothing here before, it was just a bit of tarmac and a bit of grass, and all the people in the community, lots of different people, different age ranges, some of the older people, usually college, some of the kids. But what do you want out of this landscape, this garden, and what can you do in it? So we talked all about all different possibilities, and they wanted somewhere like this area here where they could grow stuff, and stuff they could eat, and try and promote healthy eating in the community as well, which is growing stuff. A lawn area where they could do yoga and the kids could play, a little secret garden, a woodland at the back where kids can explore sort of landscape and the environment, as well as this harvest table which we can actually make from recycled timber, and when we grow the stuff in the garden we can all sit around and eat it and, you know, promote really good healthy eating as well.
Andy, I must say, you should be like so pleased that you've accomplished this. Can I just say, I think he deserves a round of applause.
Yeah, because like,
Absolute round of applause.
amazing thing.
Yeah.
It's anything like this, it's a group thing, and it's not just about like individuals, and I mean, we helped out quite a lot as well. All the people in the office came out in our lunch times and for free to help build it as well, because something like this is always a tight budget, but we help and we work with Rotunda to get lots of different sponsors in to help us and buy plants and do stuff, as well as Joe Malone. So it's always and a garden is for life, not just Christmas. It keeps growing, it keeps happening, it's all changing all the time, so people like Terry and the gardeners and the community, they're keeping it alive, and it's a living thing and it's going out into the community.
Alright, Andy, I'm guessing not everything was smooth sailing. What obstacles did you overcome while designing and building?
Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing?
Yeah, it's totally smooth sailing.
Alright.
No. There's always obstacles. I mean, like the weather, it's some muddy days when we're trying to plant. You know, you run out of money on bits, but you got to go, okay, well, don't worry, let's try and think of doing it a different way. There's always stuff, you know, a few plants will die, but you can work around it, get some clippings and plant some new stuff. And it's just about getting started as well. Some of the hardest things on a project like this is giving people a vision and get it moving, because people are quite, if something doesn't happen quickly, people start going, oh, well, we just all talk, nothing's happening, but it's like, okay, just do something, get it moving, and that's, once you're off and you're going, keep going.
Would you say you have saw how it's positively impacted the community?
Well, I don't know, only time will tell. In the short term, yeah, I think it's been a good thing, and people come out and go, oh wow, this is not how I thought of Kirkdale. You know, it's a beautiful garden. And we like the idea. We didn't want to initially call it a community garden, we called it the Kirkdale Country Garden, like it was some grand country garden, you know, in some posh place in the countryside, some guy's big mansion. It's like, no, but this is Kirkdale, trying to change perception.
So, Andy, would you say that the Rotunda has reached its full potential, or is it got room to grow still?
Always room to grow, always more potential, and that's what Terry's doing now with this outreach program with the community. He's growing stuff in. He's not only saying come here to the garden and see it, but take some of this stuff away, plant it in your window box if you've not got a garden, or you know, in your little yard or right in the garden, and encouraging people to actually grow stuff to eat it as well. Is that a big thing? People are used to buying stuff from the supermarket in packets all sealed up, and they're like, well, you know, and they've had horror stories about poisonous berries and things. So just trying to get over that hurdle and encouraging people to grow stuff that they can actually eat is like a big healthy eating program as well.
Right, once again, thank you for sticking with us. The rain is horrible, but the spirits are high. Andy, it was a pleasure. Hopefully,
Thank you.
we see you when you become famous designing all big gardens. Alicia,
Yes.
thank you once again.
Thank you.
Best co-host in history, right? My name's Eden B. We've got Alicia here. Thank you for watching Kirkdale. What does College stand for?
City of Liverpool Online Radio. I think.
You heard it. Straight from here.
Yeah.
City of Liverpool Online Radio. See.
Thanks very much for your
Cheers.
time.
No,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Hi there everyone, I'm Alicia and this is,
Eden B.
and today we are interviewing the lovely
Wendy Simon.
and what are we going to be talking about today, Wendy?
I think it's really important to talk about the relationship that Liverpool City Council has here with the Rotunda. I'm the Assistant Mayor of Liverpool to Jo Anderson, the elected Mayor, and my role is to deal with culture, tourism and events in the City Council, and also obviously to ensure the objectives of the City Council as a whole are met. And the Rotunda is really, really important to us in meeting a lot of our cultural objectives, but also about employment and skills, and also about community engagement. So it ticks a lot of boxes for us as a council, and they're always really warm and inviting, even when the weather's not so good. So it's always great to come along. And this garden, for a lot of people who live in this area, I've seen a lot of new properties going up now that do have gardens, but for a long time there were a lot of people living in flats or houses that, you know, didn't have gardens, or they've been used to not having a garden. So I think the community garden really enables people to come to relax, and also to put some new skills around gardening as well.
Can I ask what your main relationship with the Rotunda was and how you link into it?
Well, I was first asked to come along to the Rotunda when they just started to do some of the improvement works on the building. They wanted to sort of, when I came into my role in 2010, they invited me along then. They were just putting in applications for various grants, you know, for the refurbishment of the building, and they also wanted to make me aware of, you know, all what was on offer at the Rotunda. And since then I've always supported any of their projects. They've asked me to come along and also, you know, spread the word wider to other people, to let them know what's happening here, so they can get engaged and you know, really benefit from all the great things that happen, you know, both inside and outside the Rotunda.
Right. And do you see any other areas getting something similar to what the Rotunda is?
I don't think there's anything quite the same as Rotunda. There's lots of fantastic community groups, there's lots of, there's other community gardens, there's other community growing projects across the city. I think the Rotunda, you know, through their hard work and tenacity, really building something up from, you know, sort of a really run-down building, you know, and really started regeneration in an area that's now seeing massive regeneration around it. And certainly for us as a city council, we want the regeneration that's taking place within the city centre to go out to all of our communities, and I think the Rotunda is a great example of that.
What do you like best as Rotunda, like as a whole? Like, what do you like best about it as being part?
I think sort of everybody here is always really welcoming. However, you know, whatever you've come for, whether you've just come to visit, have a cup of tea, or take part in any of their training programmes, And I think sort of a couple have just come in now in the pouring rain, who come every day and have just said we wouldn't let you down. So it's obviously really important to the community what the Rotunda is doing for them. So I think to me, sort of having people who are really committed to coming even out when the weather's awful just shows how important the Rotunda has become. And it gives people hope, and also that they're worth something. To have a beautiful building and a beautiful garden here, you know, sort of is amazing for them, and they do feel, you know, they've got something to give back to their community as well.
So, hasn't today been a really fun day, guys?
It's been good, but like the rain's just killed me.
Also with the rain getting in the way.
I heard Chase done an interview, you know.
Chase
Done an interview. Swear. No, hey, no.
We have got to check this one out. Here we go, guys.
I can't wait to see this Chase doing an interview.
Hey Chris, how you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? I'm Chase. How you doing, man?
Hi Chris, how are you?
All right. So I can see that you got your little setup here in the garden event here at the Rotunda Kirkdale.
Yeah.
I mean, lovely rain today, isn't it?
As it is, yeah.
At least you're under a tent, right?
I'm protected here.
Yeah, you're protected. Exactly. You know, I mean, some interesting artwork I see, and then I understand that you're dealing with people who are living with Asperger's.
Yes,
That's what I heard.
Yes,
Could you tell me a little bit more about what that is about, what you're doing here today?
Well, what I recently realised that I'm a self-taught artist, because I was diagnosed at the age of 47 with Asperger's. But I only just realised that in the last around about that time. And so I've always drawn and stuff, but I didn't realise the impact of how we try to communicate with people, because I find it hard to get into conversations because you don't understand where they're coming from or what they mean. So I then discovered doing this through the art, so people could see it, people would come over to have a look and stuff in the art. But I find with the Asperger's, I suffer with depression, and in a way I'm sort of trying to help myself is through my art, and I can do 3 or 4 pictures because I've got all my artwork in these folders here, and it's only recent that people have only just been able to see it because I just sort of hid it away, and people just didn't understand where it was coming from. You see, it's only when it came to the Rotunda College to a support group for adults with Asperger's and ADHD.
So here at the college, you were in a support group?
Yes. Yeah.
What group was that?
It's a support group called Ladders of Life, and it's for adults with Asperger's and ADHD, as well as you said there, with dyslexia, dyspraxia, OCD, which is what I suffer with. And the 2 ladies that run the group, Lona, they both have ADHD and Asperger's, again with children.
Wow.
And so that's when they set the group up for children at first, and then they realised that how many parents had had it, but never realised, you see. So this is why I felt at home when I spoke to this lady who runs it, and she got me straight away. So finally I was like, because I've been in really bad situations where I wanted to take my life.
Wow.
Up until 2 years ago, 12 months, 2 years ago, that was the 4th time that I just couldn't cope anymore, because as much as I was trying to understand what was going on in the world, it just didn't make any sense to me. And I was trying to talk to people and go, oh, you're just paranoid, you're just this or you're just that.
A lot of like name calling and everything.
Exactly
like
right. And so I'd never realised, it's only been in the last 4 years I've realised who I am, and I'm 53 now. Do you know what I mean? So it's took me that long to realise I am an artist. I am intelligent, because I was taught I was stupid. Why can't I do things? Why can't I get it? Do you know? So the more I tried, the more I was getting frustrated. Yeah. And then I started believing myself with the support group. They helped me to empower myself to go, no, believe in yourself. You know what you're talking about. As you said, you see these specialists or whatever, and you go, and I go, no. And I tell parents, people, I then facilitate the support group with what they ask me to do. Yeah. And I was giving advice to people, and I said, it's nice to be listened to and understood.
Yeah.
You've got to really believe in yourself.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, Chris, I gotta say, Chris, is that like fantastic, like when talking to you in the pre-interview because, for myself, it's something that I've been very curious about, with my son being diagnosed with Asperger's.
Yes.
And dyspraxia and everything, because it made me realize that he's like a clone of me. He's the same.
Exactly right.
And in that aspect, it's just like, but I've never been diagnosed, but I had to survive. I'm 51 and I had to survive. And in that fashion, what you're saying, I totally relate to where it's coming from. And it's also great that they're here at the Rotunda, that there was a group that like help people in support networks to be able to understand that, because as I already said, like I was at a group for my son.
Yeah.
And the people who were running it were kind of like, oh, don't be worried. We're here to confidentiality.
Yes.
And it's like, and it made me feel like, what are you trying to say? My son's not a criminal.
It comes across as like patronizing. Do you know what I mean? And I think, stop doing it. I call it the opinion. And you're all right. And I said, look, they're intelligent enough.
Yeah.
Just talk to them.
Yeah.
All you need to do is break the language down, because also you got to think that as well that we have between 7 and 15-second intake of how we process that information. So if you're sort of filing questions, in the end, because we don't have the two words that the specialist uses, flexible thinking and theory of mind, in which we don't have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I say, no, other people have. That's a luxury.
Yeah.
So for me to try and do that is like with your son. So actions speak louder than words. I might start to go like this in school, or I'm doing all this. This is communication.
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't have that flexible thinking. A few nights ago.
Yeah.
Hey miss, or I said, I don't understand what you're saying to me. So if you do this, I'm going to get a reaction. But then people see that as he's angry and he's like this.
Yeah.
And it's too frustration. I call it the level 2, because I've got 2 boys. My son, the youngest boy, is 19. He was diagnosed when he was 2. And I was talking to specialists with them. And I said, I call it the level 2. I never knew what autism was. What do you mean? I said, and the next day, there's a choice of 3 past the specialist. They said, we're on level 2 now. He's getting frustrated. Doesn't want to be around.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he was just like, I'm a specialist. But I know you know what's on the. I said, no. I want you to tell me.
Yeah.
You're a specialist. I need to understand this. You know what I mean?
So, what do you think about this diagnoses around, because we have autism awareness, teachers are going through SEN training now, and then there's also the factor that, people are not looking at autism as a dirty word anymore.
Exactly right.
But what they are doing is they're focusing on the youth and not on the adults. What do you think needs to be done about that?
It needs to be more focused, because I worked in a school environment as a teaching assistant, not just sharpen pencils. I actually work with the students to help them. And what I say to them is, look, when you're in school at 18, you don't just take the coat off and go, I'm an adult now. They still need that consistent approach to everything that's getting done. They still need that local language. Like me, you're 50 or 53. I still need that consistent approach of what I'm doing. I have a partner. I've had 3 failed relationships because they couldn't understand me. I can't do it anymore. Frustrated. So, I've had a divorce and stuff like that. And I say, I still argue with my partner. I'll go, 9 years we've been together. And I'm still explaining the same things.
Yeah.
I said, look, just because we function, my brain's totally different to your understanding. So then you have to be careful and you have to be aware of it. And so it still needs to be aware of that. And one thing when I was in the school environment, I was letting them know, I'm still learning, you need to still teach me. But I was open to be a 2-way street to help other people learn, like teachers, to go, look, I think it's this or I think it's that. Because of and it's so frustrating. It still needs to be more paramount to be aware that there's a lot of adults out there who stay indoors and, you know, struggle with a lot of things, you know what I mean?
So is Ladders of Life still going on here at the Rotunda College?
Yes, the run and support group are every Thursday between 10:30 and 2 p.m. But also the two ladies go out and do like outreach with people that are struggling hard at it in work, wanting to fill forms in or go to certain places if you need. They supported me. I got asked by a child psychologist in London because I showed them the art. There was a big conference here in the Adelphi Hotel in Liverpool where the specialists come from all over the world, and I had my art out and I didn't notice this guy. He turned out to be the child psychologist. He can bring it on and talk about how you've dealt with autism and why you see the art. So the two ladies who run it, they came with me and supported me because I need that one-to-one.
That's really good.
It's like a one-to-one support.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's you being with people you can relate to what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? It's not that I want to be rude, but I find that I could never go in there. That's why I'm here.
No, well.
That's why I'm not being rude to anyone.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know what to say. It's expectations and everything else.
Yeah. But here I can't even quiet you down.
Well, see, this is when you get nervous, but
No, but I think it's just relational too. It's like this understanding, isn't it? It's like being able to understand where someone's coming from without having to fully explain it.
Fantastic.
It's also the main thing as well. You know what I mean?
That's very true because it's when someone says that, but it's hard to explain to someone who's not getting it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Do you know exactly right what you're saying?
Well, Chris, I want to thank you for your time. Chris Collins, and artist extraordinaire and everything. Ladders of Life also being done here at the Rotunda. No, back up there. Ladders of Life also being done here at the Rotunda. I mean, it is a rainy day, but you know, kids are starting to come out, and hopefully the sun's coming out too as well.
Yes.
You know, but I'd like to thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Acting me, this is Chase Johnson Lynch here, Stream Live on Colors.
So now they're back there interviewing Terry, the community gardener.
What is going on? If you don't know me, it's Eden B with you. Welcome to Colors. With me I've got
Miss Alicia Ferriati.
and here today we've got a special very guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Terry Riley and I work at the Rotunda, and one of my main areas of responsibility is the gardens, which we helped build basically on a piece of derelict land 2.5 years ago I think we started, and it was this derelict land here and it's some more there but you probably can't see it. And we've created these lovely gardens which I'm sure you've been taking photographs and film of all morning.
Can you tell us what this was before these?
Well, there was an old school here, but it had been knocked down, and the groundworks had just skewed a layer of topsoil on top of it, and so it was quite hard for us all to plant all these trees because there was plenty of the old school underneath. So we actually filled 5 8-ton skips full of brickwork and stuff, which we had to dig up to plant the trees on. So it's hard work.
Can you tell us what you like best about this garden?
I think I like best the fact that it's completely and utterly renewable. That's a poor expression, but it's a gift that kind of keeps on giving. We're able now to produce, literally thousands of fresh plants every year, from dividing up herbaceous plants or taking cuttings, and we literally provide plants for the community. Kids that come in, strawberry plants to take home, and we've had lots of peas growing. Lots of kids have never had a pea out of a pod, let alone one that you've just picked. And believe me, if you pick a pea and then eat the peas, just before they're ripe and slightly small, they are as sweet as sort of Skittles. Do they still make Skittles sweets?
So this Rotunda is had I'm guessing a positive impact on the community.
It's very much what the Rotunda is about. It's situated in the middle of Kirkdale, and it sort of helps improve the environment of Kirkdale and hopefully the people's lives.
Is any negative impacts whilst building? Any problems?
Not really. I mean, obviously the odd, kid getting in or something when he shouldn't. But to be fair, no, it's been very positive. I think people respect these gardens locally, which is a real positive.
Yeah.
But Terry, can you tell us who these two? They look kind of important people. So can you introduce us in terms of who they are?
Right. Well, because we're having a sort of open day here, we did a collage of the gardens, and at the centre of them are two. Our most important two volunteers. They're in every day, and I don't think the Rotunda could run without them. And Billy's here watering every day, although sadly his services weren't required today. And this is Edna, who you might have walked past on the raffle stall, but Edna does absolutely everything. She had a week's holiday earlier and the place nearly was stopped. She's fantastic. You must talk to Edna. She is a real force of nature.
If you didn't mind me asking, who's the main help of this amazing process?
I honestly don't know who the main person is. I'm the person who's here most often, but we have volunteers who come in like Billy and Edna, but we also have the North Liverpool Probation Service, for example. Let's say their clients come down and they work in the garden and learn stuff, and to be honest, get a lot of stuff from it. We've been able to enthuse people for gardening, and so they regularly sort of take plants home for their own gardens. And one lad, we had some offcuts when we were building the. He was a brilliant lad actually, because he worked really hard when we were constructing the place, and he took some offcuts. You probably can't see, but basically raised beds made with sleepers. And we had some offcuts, and put them in the back of my car. Went round to his house, and he built a garden, raised bed for his daughter, and she's now fully committed gardener.
Great, that's great. So who helped you? Because of course there was the design part of this.
Yeah.
Can you any shout outs then on who helped you design this?
Well, I didn't design it at all. You'll be talking to Andy shortly, whose firm BCA designed the gardens and took it from derelict land
from
to
this
vision you see here.
Right, Terry. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Today we are sat here with Duncan and Ashcroft, and we're going to be asking them some questions. I'm Alicia.
I'm Eden B.
And I'm Billy. So, Duncan, could you tell us a bit about your writing and what you do?
Alright. Yeah, I set up a magazine, Environment Times, like in 1993, and I do the editorial, write stuff and put it together. And the wife, Suzanne, she sells the advertising. Yeah, so we've been going like, what's 93? 23 years, something like that.
Well, if I wanted to like you know, look it up, where is it available?
Well, we've got a website as well, like environmenttimes.co.uk.
Cool.
How's that? I heard that the Ashcroft family's, you know, been here for like generations. So
yeah, it's Penders, because my grand's name was Pender. They've been here generations. Now the streets that we lived in are covered in the Billy Collins playing fields over there, but there was loads who all knew each other. And my gran was born in Athol Street, which is the top of Scotland Road. But she went to a pauper school after that, because her gran had to go to the workhouse. You know, those horrible places, like, and you know where the Catholic Cathedral is now, that used to be the Brownlow Hill Workhouse, and it should only have had like 1,000 people, about 6,000 people.
Whoa.
Men and women had to be segregated from each other in case of pregnancies, and they all had to go at 6 in the morning and do all sorts of hard work and stuff like that. Yeah. So my gran like had a bit of, and then they moved to St Helens after that. But yeah, we've had generations when the Irish first came over, when the barge, people bringing the coal in from Wigan, you know, to fire up the industry. So that's the kind of story there.
So being from the community, how important is Rotunda College to you?
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, I love this. I've only come across it though recently. Like me and Suzanne, my wife, we stay in Liverpool on our wedding anniversary. And this year we were walking past and saw the Heritage Cafe. You know, I'm interested in like local history, like so. Came in, and Emma who works here, she was dead friendly. So yeah, this is only like the 3rd time I've ever been here. You know.
So I understand you know where the name Rotunda comes from.
Yeah, I've heard that if you go down the road towards Scotland Road, this is Stanley Road here, there used to be a big theatre, and there's a picture in a cafe wall of it, and it used to like quite big plays used to come on. People used to come with the horse-drawn carriages, quite a lot of posh people as well. Like, and so, but that got hit by I think either the Blitz, the Germans, or it burned down in the fire. So they just kind of named it after that. You see.
How do you pronounce it? Is it Rotunda?
Just Rotunda, yeah. I think it means like round because the building curved round 2 streets. It's massive as well, yeah.
So, how have you found today's celebration events?
Well, I'm really pleased that they brought the musicians inside because it's terrible weather for it, isn't it?
It's raining.
Yeah, I had a basher standing outside, but it was just too bad.
Too much, isn't it?
No, it's great. Lots of local people and lots of elderly people, all ages coming here, so it's brilliant. Yeah.
How's that a community kind of feel?
It does, yeah, it's great. And for an area like this, it's not all the glamour of the city centre, that it's actually in an area that's had quite a bit of devastation in its time. It's great that it's based here,
Alright, so what do you think of the whole rebuild and what do you think it does for the community and how it's affected it, whether it's negative or positive?
I think it does a great thing for the community. You have courses for people of all abilities, and people who don't respond to academic education. There's lots of things that they can do. And I believe the college has been going for many years, but the last 7 it's really kind of flourished. And this building is like an old Georgian part of the history of the Georgian buildings. And in North Liverpool, where we are, that's quite rare around here. But if you go South Liverpool, the back of the Anglican Cathedral, go Tomsteth Way and all that, there's loads of Georgian buildings there. But it's rare for here, so it's great that it's being preserved. And they use the outside bit a lot, and so they're hoping that they can carry on doing that.
Speaking of that, did you hear about the fire being on the threat? And if what do you think about it?
Well, I think apparently in this area there's 92 places that they could build on, scraps of land. Why did they go and honed in on the one place that's got all the community?
Exactly,
Why choose this? And it's going to be dead high, overshadow everything, put it into darkness and all of that. No, it's not all really, is it?
No, it's terrible.
Well, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and thanks for the information. It's been very useful. Don't forget to follow us at Rotunda Kirkdale.
You're here with Stream Live at Colours. Thank you so much.
We'll be back soon.
Stay tuned and follow us at Rotunda Kirkdale. Thank you very much.
Okay. Right, it looks like today unfortunately just came to an end. But don't worry. It's been good. We're looking forward to hearing from you guys. So this is Stream Live at Colours. My name is Eden.
My name's Alicia.
My name's Billy, and if you want to hear more, keep updated.
There's going to be loads more episodes.
Gonna see this beautiful face more.
No, we're going to see this beautiful face.
Whoa! Stop.